Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Sri Bhagavat Mission and Spiritual School TV, I sincerely thank you for joining us for today's special section titled Finally Enlightenment is Defined. We are honored to have Dr. Kailasam Pravag as our teacher for this section. The lecture will be conducted in English and questions are welcome in English at the end. Without further delay, let us begin this inspiring journey. Welcome, sir. Please start the section.
Good evening, everyone. I am very thankful to Mr. Prakash, Spiritual School TV, for organizing this wonderful regular Zoom meetings. He is taking Aya's concepts to wherever possible and whenever possible. And my desire is you should cross the borders of Tamil Nadu or India. Actually, Aya wrote, "Don't delay enlightenment." People unnecessarily delaying enlightenment. To make them get it early, don't delay enlightenment. He wrote his first book only in English, only to make it available for all people all over the world. I bow my head to the feet of Sri Bhagavat, who has made me also a jnani and an enlightened person. I start my talk. The topic I have selected today is finally enlightenment is defined. As far as I know, there is no clear-cut definition for enlightenment. Till now, there are many great masters teaching all over the world about spiritual freedom, liberation, Atma Sakshatkaram, knowing oneself, but nobody has yet decided or defined what is enlightenment. Only Aya has done it. So I want to highlight this and I want to make it in English. It is my maiden attempt to give a lecture in English. So I have taken down notes on the basis of which I will continue my talk. If at all there is any mistake, the mistake can be attributed to my weakness. And if there are any benefits out of my lecture, the benefit goes to the credit of Sri Bhagavataya. Thank you all for joining us. Enlightenment is defined now. Sri Bhagavataya is an enlightened guru from Tamil Nadu, India. His main ideal is don't delay enlightenment. His blessing is it is not a great deal. It is not great ideal to worship enlightened beings. Becoming an enlightened being oneself is what truly great. He now conducts monthly workshops on one enlightenment to new meditations at Sri Bhagavat Bhavan, Salem, Tamil Nadu, India, a resort-like cottage under the foothills of Jarugumalai with lush greenery. Enlightenment defined. The definition is understanding that intellect should not interfere in free-flowing mind is enlightenment. If the intellect keeps away from interfering free-flowing mind, it is an enlightenment. The intellect has to understand it should not interfere in free-flowing mind. If you understand that, it is enlightenment. That's what Aya has defined. Then mind is in its natural state of liberation. When the intellect is not interfering, the mind is in its natural state of liberation. Mind's liberation is man's liberation. So far, in the spiritual world, Sri Bhagavataya has given a first ever definition for enlightenment. It is a scientific understanding of mind. He assures enlightenment is intellectual understanding only. Understanding mind, emotion, and the intellect, buddhi. Actually, English speaking people, if they tell mind, they actually mean intellect. For emotion, they use the word emotion, not mind. But in India, we are used to use mind for emotion and intellect, buddhi. So we have to understand that with the concept of mind means emotion and intellect means buddhi, I am continuing this lecture. Those who know only English should also know that these words are used in this way. Enlightenment is the understanding that thoughts and emotions come out from subconscious to conscious mind according to the situation and one's nature. They will flow out on their own. Mind is in natural freedom, in a state of natural liberation. Intellect is part of us which decides about good and bad, sorrow and happiness, right and wrong in our daily activities. The same intellect with the same attitude tries to classify the thoughts and emotions coming out from mind. So the intellect tries to choose which is right, which is wrong inside the mind also. Intellect tries to retain some good thoughts and tries to chase away or abolish some bad and unwanted thoughts. This way, intellect interferes in the natural free flow of emotions and thoughts. It makes the mind stagnate in some feeling, emotion, or thought. Mind tries to liquidate itself. Intellect fight against the flow. Any thought or emotion, feeling, mostly unwanted ones are retained for long. Intellect has now converted a thought into thinking. Now the thinking is disturbing us and we want to get rid of it also. Again, intellect tries to do that also. By opposing thinking, again, the same thinking is prolonged and the struggle between natural flowing mind and the intellect continue for years or even many, many births. If only intellect can understand that the thoughts and emotions are all old records in the mind and they will come and go on their own, it can realize that they cannot be modified. If it understands that it has nothing to do in the inside, in the mind, then the mind is relieved to continue its natural flow and restores its state of natural liberation. This intellectual understanding is enlightenment. The intellect has no work or duty to do inside. Summa iru. You should learn to be summa iru in Tamil language. It is almost like be quiet, be still, be silent inside. But summa iru will cover all the terms. Summa, without doing anything, summa iru. It's a wonderful term. It can be used like other Sanskrit terms well known to other spiritual seekers all over the world. Summa iru can also be understood as encompassing all the words like quiet, still, silent inside. The intellect should be active, focused on the outside work. Sayalodu iru in Tamil to be active outside. So this understanding is enlightenment. The intellect has been behaving in an ignorant way, ariyamela, ignorant way, by trying to correct the mind. Removal of ignorance is jnanam. Ramana என்ன சொல்லிட்டு ரமணத்தை கேட்டாங்க. Ramana was once asked Bhagavan Ramana, what is jnanam or enlightenment? He said, ajnana nikame jnanam. That is, removal of ignorance is jnanam. So we now understand that intellect is behaving in an ignorant way. If we remove that ignorance, then anyone is get enlightened. Sri Bhagavataya was a lawyer practicing in a small town. So Sri Bhagavataya, how he got enlightenment. That's what we are going to see now. Sri Bhagavataya was a lawyer practicing in a small town called Tiruchendur. in southeastern seashore town of Tamil Nadu, India. Aya's spiritual search started in his 18 years of age. He has been associated with his like-minded people of about 40 in number. They had periodical satsang, spiritual discussions for many years. He had practiced yoga, meditation, and followed many gurus, practiced rigorously with a view to attain enlightenment and liberation. Due to rigorous practices, he had even entered into a blissful experience. It remained for around 1 year. No worry, no trouble is felt from whatever happened. Whatever happened outside. But slowly it started. கதவு திறந்திருக்க பிறகு ஜன்னல் இது அல He remained for around 1 year in that state. No worry, no trouble is felt from whatever happened outside. But slowly it started affecting his health and he became unable to perform his normal day-to-day duties even. So with great effort, he came out of the blissful state. His search for enlightenment continued. At about 58 years of age, he had to undergo severe stressful situation in his personal life. Problems he could not solve persisted. He tried many methods and failed. It bothered him, his mind and life very much. It was tormenting but saw no way out. In desperation, he left all his efforts and thought, whatever happens, let it happen. Then he sat dejected, dropping all his efforts. At that moment, he felt the mind started behaving in an altogether different way. Instead of tormenting thoughts, the thoughts and feelings started to move and the pressure started reducing inside his mind. He realized when he let out his responsibility to correct the mind or oppose the mind, the thoughts and emotions started flowing as they came. Earlier, he had learnt many things from studying the life history of Ramana, J.K., Buddha, and Aravinda, who had attained enlightenment. He realized that when the mind is allowed to flow without our efforts or interruption, it started flowing out like Pravag, like a river, in its own natural state of liberation. He realized that similar incidences and experiences happened in the life of Buddha, Sri Ramana, J.K., and Aravinda, but they could not identify this concept but attributed their enlightenment to their previous efforts and practices. Buddha, after many years of unsuccessful practices and meditation, in utter failure to find a solution for the fear, sorrow, disease, or humankind, he sat dejected under a pupil tree. Then the mind started flowing without stagnation. Nothing is stagnated. He called that state a nirvana, state of nirvana. So that people tree under which he sat dejected became Bodha tree, Bodhi Maram. Ramana accepted his fear of death without objecting it or controlling it or modifying it. He realized his mind reached the liberalized state. He suggested to ask, who am I? I think because he had asked for whom the fear of death had come, that the same advice he started giving to others also. J.K. loved his brother the most. The theologists predicted both will lead the spiritual world together. When J.K. was informed the sudden death of his younger brother, he was heartbroken. He could not bear the burden. He could not do anything to rectify it. He had to accept the reality. When he finally accepted the reality, his worries, thoughts, and emotions became lighter and became easy. He suggested choiceless awareness. Like that, Aravinder also had a similar experience but felt it was due to his earlier practices and meditation. Only Sri Bhagavataya, the logical lawyer inside him, found that when the efforts to oppose worrying or remove worries or to correct the tormenting feeling were stopped, the mind restored its natural liberated state without any effort. All things happen in nature without effort, smoothly, nicely. So the natural flow of mind happened without effort, only when other efforts are stopped. Then he defined, if intellect does not interfere mind will be in its own natural state of liberation, that is enlightenment. So that's how Aya reached the definition of enlightenment, comparing his own experience and the experiences of other previously known contemporary enlightened souls. Okay, now we have to see whether this enlightenment, which is appears to be very simple, whether it is really simple or it is the greatest. Enlightenment, is it the simplest or the greatest? We have to see. Ashtavagra said, before you put the second leg across horseback, you can get jnana, enlightenment. It requires only such a short time. It is the simplest intellectual understanding. No efforts or years of practice are required. But it is the greatest. Why? The spiritual seekers struggle for attaining it for many years and even across many births, only because of want of a valid definition for enlightenment. It is really of great value. After attaining which nothing more to be attained is normally it is to tell the greatness of enlightenment jnana. This credit is given after attaining which nothing more to be attained. We can now see what benefits we obtain from enlightenment. These wonderful concepts revealed by Aya are imperative for all spiritual seekers for clarity of their path and reaching their goal. They form the essential components of our spiritual journey. Enlightenment and thought and thinking. Mind is the record of the past. Thoughts and emotions come out from subconscious mind to the conscious mind. Only after they came out, we come to know of the emotion or experience. Thoughts and emotions come and go naturally according to the situation or one's own nature. Either the situation will demand, but everyone's reaction will be different according to their own inbuilt nature. Life of any thought or emotion is only half a second. They are flowing like a river. Flowing mind, when uninterrupted, purifies itself like a running river purifying itself. Our intellect tries to retain certain emotions or experience as good and try to remove or destroy certain emotions as bad and unwanted. This effort by our intellect makes the thought stay for long without flowing. We convert easily flowing thought into thinking. Then thinking of it again and again becomes a burden, botheration. We want to avoid that thinking also and fight against our own thinking with a view to be free from such thinking. Again, it strengthens the retention or stagnation of that thought. The conflict between mind and intellect continue for years and it becomes a source of burden, worry, unsolvable mental emotional problem and diseases. If we allow thoughts to come and go, mind will be free and we also will be free. Even if we have converted a thought into a thinking, then also if we just realize that we have stayed in that thought for long, it will flow off. We need not fight against it, just to leave it. It will flow on its own. That's what Aya, important contribution of Aya is thought and thinking, differentiation between thought and thinking. Thought comes on its own, thinking we create by our intellect. So, enlightenment, next benefit or next concept Aya had given us is enlightenment and inside or outside. He classified the problems as problems of inside, the problems of mind and emotions, or outside, problems arising from outside activities. This concept also is an important guidance in the spiritual journey. Intellect is managing all activities in our outside world. It decides which is good or bad, which is right or wrong, which is white or black. With reasoning, it accepts certain things and avoids certain things. The same rule it applies to inside our mind, our thoughts and emotions. It tries to retain some desirable experiences and reject certain unwanted emotions. This creates a struggle between mind, our emotions, and the intellect. Now we understand that intellect has no work to do inside. Be quiet, still, silent inside. In Tamil, அகத்தே சும்மா இரு. Enlightened person should not renounce his outside duties. He is not permitted to avoid duties, even after enlightenment. Even Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, even if you have become jnani, you cannot avoid, renounce duties. You should keep doing duties. So he has to be active and act diligently, following moral values. Be active outside. In Tamil, புறத்தே செயலோடு இரு. We have to see if our problem is about internal emotion or outside work. If it is about our internal emotions, we don't have anything to do. We have to leave it alone. If the problem and thinking are about an outside work, then we can continue our thinking for successful completion of the task we have before us. So enlightenment and state of no mind, மனமற்ற நிலை, state of no mind is also a desirable spiritual ambition, motive, which drives people to suppress or control or remove the mind. Mind is only a record of the past. It is only the stored memory of reflected images, like a video record of incidences, experiences from happenings of the past. All emotions or thoughts come out from memory in certain situations. If useful, they can be used. Otherwise, they will flow out. We need not do anything to control or modify it. Actually, we cannot modify the past records, but our efforts will hamper the freedom of mind. Stagnated mind demands oppression or removal in the spiritual world, because the stagnated mind retains worries or anger or grief, all unwanted emotions. So, in the spiritual world, it should be removed somehow. So people struggle, try all their methods to remove it. Stagnated mind is a source of worry. It is hindering spiritual progress of experiencing the consciousness or Atman. So there are always instructions, practices, and meditations aiming at attaining mindless state. Now we can understand that any effort to oppose the delusionary mind strengthens the presence of thoughts and emotions without flowing freely. Just if we leave the mind as a shadow and move forward towards light, everything becomes easy. For doing any work, we need focusing thinking. After the task is over, the thought or emotion will flow out. Manolayam, focus, and Manolayanasam, releasing of focus, also happen naturally. It is enough if we have Manolayanasam, unstagnated mind. When we need, we will focus Manolayam. When we have completed the job, Manolayanasam, then it will come to natural flowing state, unstagnated state. Manonasam, mindless state, is an impossible one. Without mind, we can have no family, no house, no relation, no work, or we cannot eat our food even. That is only no mind state is impossible for anyone. Trying for Manonasam, mindless state, is really an obstruction to spiritual progress. But Manolayanasam is possible and is welcome, and it is natural also. Next concept I tells is enlightenment and meditation. Meditation mostly aimed at focusing the mind on a particular point, or object, or God, or even some mantra. The aim is to deviate our our focus or attention from chaotic mind to a particular point or object. The mind is trained to focus on things desired or other thoughts in mind are suppressed from coming out. So one focusing on one concept or one thing make other thoughts not coming out. So focusing on one concept or one object or one idea or one mantra, it does not give room for other thoughts or emotions to come out. But in reality, after we come out of meditation of short time, all the thoughts will start flowing out. Most of the times, even during meditation, it will disturb with many thoughts, crowd around, preventing even meditation. Enlightenment is leaving all focuses, leaving all holding. It is relief from all bondage. So, through meditation, enlightenment cannot be attained. Focusing of mind is essential for successful functioning in the outside world. So, Ayya declared, give up meditation and get enlightenment. But meditation can be beneficial in many other ways. But it is sure enlightenment cannot be achieved through meditation. We can use meditation for other benefits, not with an aim of achieving enlightenment. Then next concept, Ayya's important contribution is enlightenment and karma. Karma is the result of our good and bad deeds we did earlier. When we do bad things, bad results come. When we do good deeds, good results come. The results of karma is not material things, loss or gain or success or failure. Actually, the karma we carry in our mind is not really the loss or gain in the material things. The emotions attached to the results of our karma are what our mind carries forward. Happiness or sorrow. We do something, sometimes we get happiness or sorrow. Sometimes we get love or hatred. Our mind creates bondage of these emotions and carries them forward as karma. When one is enlightened, he is ready to accept any emotion, good or bad, equally, coming as a result of karma. Actually, karma is harmless. Only the karma bandham, our attachment to the results of karma, is binding us. If results are good, we are happy and we desire for more. When the results are bad, we want to reject them. Either desire or aversion to the results of karma is binding one. The enlightened person treats any happy and sad emotions, success or failures equally, and he is not bound by the results of karma. Every action he does becomes nishkamya karma, duty without attachment. So he becomes relieved from karmic bondage. Even if he thinks that the karma, bad karma has to be compensated or cured or parigara is to be rectified, Ayya suggests we have only one tool, ahamya karma. No God or no Guru can help you to get relieved of your past karma, prarabdha karma. Only your good acts, good deeds, good intentions can possibly compensate or neutralize or overcome the effects of past prarabdha karma. So, even here, our duties of doing good things in the outside world becomes imperative, and that is the only way to get relieved of the bad effects of past karma, prarabdha karma. So, next concept Ayya talks about is enlightenment and Advaitam. We live in a dualistic world. Though the final truth is Advaitam, in practice, we have to face the dualistic world, good or bad, right or wrong, success or failure, day or night, love or hate, all happen in and around us. Our thoughts, emotions, mind, ego are all records and are Maya. They don't exist in reality. They are only exist in like a mirror image or like a film stored video record. Our thoughts, emotions, mind, ego are all records and are Maya. They don't exist in reality. Even rising of sun and sunset are Maya. But we cannot deny dualistic reality, and we are made by dualistic chromosome to live a dualistic play of man and woman. But all the happenings of good or bad, happiness or sadness, love or hatred can be treated inside mind with equal importance. The enlightened person can treat equally higher spiritual experiences, higher lower worldly experiences, and leave them to flow out inside his mind. Advaitam can happen only inside the mind. Dvaitam is inevitable in the outside. Advaitam is compulsory inside. You have to treat equally all good or bad thoughts, all higher experiences or lower experiences equally, and let them go. This will help us to lead a peaceful life. Om Shanti. Then comes enlightenment and vivekam, wisdom, vairagyam or conviction. Actually, it is said by old spiritual speakers or gurus that without vairagyam or wisdom or vivekam or vairagyam, wisdom or conviction, if anyone gets jnanam or enlightenment, it is called viparita jnanam. They don't accept that. But in reality, only after enlightenment, vivekam, vairagyam becomes possible and easy for anyone to follow. Wisdom is the spiritual word is to know what is permanent. Atma is the permanent. Body, mind, and all other happenings and experiences are impermanent. They appear and disappear. So we should select what is real and permanent for a peaceful existence. That's what normally believed. But in reality, we have to live in the midst of impermanent things and play the drama. At the best, what we can do is to choose, learn good things in life. Aya suggests increasing good habits and reducing bad habits. Enlightenment makes it possible to select and stick to permanent Atman in mind and to do our worldly duties with pure intention. Only after enlightenment, one is able to learn and practice good things, learn discipline, good culture. Before enlightenment, he was dominated by mental, emotional compulsions and was going astray. Without direction, he was roaming about, fighting against his own mind. After enlightenment, one is able to get relieved of the mental emotional bondage and think clearly and take intelligent and wise decisions for his good and the welfare of the society around him. Enlightenment and Atma Sakshatkaram. Atma Sakshatkaram, realization of Atman, soul consciousness, is the supreme goal for a spiritual practitioner, spiritual seeker. Any effort to attain Atma Sakshatkaram, realization of the self, experiencing the Atman, is hindered by struggling, stagnated mind. The mixed up, cloudy, muddy mind is concealing the Atman. When the stagnated mind is released, the thoughts flow freely and the mind becomes clear like a flowing river. The Atma shines itself. Atma will make itself known for the enlightened individual. Atmave Atmavinal Ariha. To know Atman through Atman. We cannot go and find it, but it can reveal itself by its presence. Enlightenment as a solution to all worries. Mostly anger, grief, sorrow, fears, hatred may come and go according to the situation. Any emotion is right for the individual for the given situation. He has to accept it first. Any thought or experience, good or bad, high or low, will flow out automatically. Thoughts may come out now and then. If it is ignored by intellect and it is not converted into thinking, our worries will not last long. All worries are made alive and made powerful only due to our constant thinking. Worries or problem has a very short duration, but thinking carries the burden of worry or problems for long. Thinking gives life and power to the problem and the burden becomes unbearable. Overthinking does not solve any problem. Cause it becomes a cause of any worry. Cause of any worry is some happening in the outside world. So also any solution to the worry will be same remedial action in the outside world. If we focus on worries, worries will get more energy and grow wild and dominate us. If we ignore it and focus on action in the outside world, we can be successful. An enlightened person is able to ignore the internal recurrent thoughts and worries. Any past or future worry is not converted into thinking. So the worries become only temporary and do not stay long. The enlightened will have all emotions according to situation and his individual nature. But he will not stagnate in some worry. His worry will flow out naturally. All sorrows, bad, negative thoughts tormenting a person will come and go on their own. The enlightened person does not interfere. So his mind becomes free flowing and liberated. So also the enlightened person is liberated. Bhagavad path, the new path of no contradiction, path of no struggle. See, Bhagavad Gita has opened the gate for everyone to attain enlightenment and liberation. Equally for children, students, family men, businessmen, common men, and spiritual seekers. Anyone who is able to understand and who is open minded can achieve enlightenment and liberation and have permanent peace of mind. Om Shanti. No more struggling path, no more struggling practices, no escape from family or social responsibilities. You can be enlightened and continue to lead a happy life. Carry lesser burden inside in the mind. Take more responsibility outside. Spirituality is for living harmonious, peaceful life, and this is made possible by the Bhagavad path. The Bhagavad Gita has ended many years of centuries of struggle and negative instructions, negative practices for achieving freedom. He has flipped the entire spiritual world and has given a complete package of liberation and happy living for the whole humanity. His wise contributions, which have inverted spiritual understanding and practices, are intellect has no work inside, Sumayru, be silent, still quiet. Do your work outside, karma, according to moral values, meditatively with the whole mind, thought and thinking, give up meditation, work meditatively, karma in your hands, Dvaidam outside, Advaidam inside, renounce Atman, be Atman, renounce God, be God. Wisdom and conviction can happen easily after enlightenment. The package is ready for you. All are welcome. Let us make the world a place for Anandam, joy and peace. Om Shanti. It can help students, it can help family people, it can help retired people, it can help who want to renounce the world and attain mukti, moksha. Thousands of persons have got enlightened and benefited. It is so simple that it may be rejected easily. It can be rejected easily. If you own this knowledge, it is a jewel, manikam, emerald, whatever you call it is a jewel. Enlightenment can give happy life outside. Enlightenment can give peaceful life inside. And we can realize that there is no other alternative for enlightenment liberation. Bhagavad path is the only path. All are welcome to join the walk and progress. Thank you. For any queries, you can call me in my number 94432 or WhatsApp me in that number. Thank you. Questions are welcome.
Hello, Aya.
Yes,
Hello,
madam.
Aya. This is Karthi.
Priya,
Thank you
Karthi.
for your excellent presentation. It's very, very good.
Okay.
And
Okay,
being your
thank
first
you.
presentation is very good. Okay, now my question.
Okay.
Now my question, as I always
Okay.
ask you. So
Okay.
Aya says that we have to focus on our external actions and use the
Yeah.
mind merely as a point of reference. Like, that's what he says. But in psychology concepts, they often say if you don't deal with like an emotional pain, if there's a painful emotion, if you don't deal with that now, it can hit you back in later part of life. For example,
Okay.
like, the difference between India and Western countries. In India, when someone loses a family member, a grieving person is often encouraged to cry, express their feelings, or talk about how their loved one passed away. Like, there'll be so many visitors coming to the house
Yeah.
offering condolences. They tell the same
Yeah.
story repeatedly so that they vent out their
Okay.
feelings. However, in Western
Okay.
cultures, people don't always grieve in the same way. They often they carry on with their lives. I've literally seen one of my colleagues. She was coming to work when the dead father's body was still in the hospital mortuary, awaiting release for a funeral. So that's the difference. And I see the Western people carry more emotions and things. So when psychologists say expressing emotions is healthier than suppressing them, so I sometimes wonder how this relates to Aya's teaching. So I feel like Aya's saying that we shouldn't give too much importance to our emotions.
how you understand how Aya teaches? What Aya says? Can you tell me?
So so even if you have an emotion, like a painful emotion, you just have to think about it once and you have to move on. Okay, you have to
No,
focus on
has he
external
ever
action.
told anywhere like that?
No, he says
No,
you
no.
you just have to not ignore, but then you have to accept it. You have to accept.
Even for questions like for Jnani, whether he will have anger or grief, he will say, yes, Jnani is also an ordinary person. He will have all the emotions according to the situation and according to his nature. The enlightenment does not change anyone's nature. The chromosomes, DNA decide his nature. All records of the past decide his nature, character, trait, everything. You cannot deny them. Every jnani will be reacting in a different way. Aya will react in a different way. I will react in a different way. Ramana will react in a different way. Osho will react in a different way. Everyone is permitted to have their emotions according to the situation. It is right. First, accept it. Whether you can have grief or sorrow or fear or anger after enlightenment, yes, you will have, and you should have, and you should accept it. That's what Aya teaches. Okay, but
Right.
where the difference comes is, do you want to stay on the same thought or are you going to move on? That's all.
Right.
The question is, any emotion is right for the situation. First, accept it. This kind of feeling, this kind of fear should not come to me. Means you are opposing at the beginning and you are suppressing the expression. It is not right. First, accept the emotion according to the situation, according to your nature. Then it may come and go on its own. Slowly, sometimes on the first day it will come 100 times, and the next week it will come 50 times, next week it will come 10 times, and slowly it will go off. That is the natural process. Allow it. When thoughts come, memories come out automatically on its own. Don't oppose it. Just allow them to pass on. But for the emotion, something has to be done outside means you have to focus there. That's all. You should not focus on the fear or anger or grief and stagnate there. That's all. Any emotion is but don't stay there. Don't stagnate there. Go out and do whatever you have to do to rectify or to correct or to modify the situation. That's all. No emotion is denied. Only is not to.
So by externally doing our work, it's kind of we are kind of distracting ourselves on the work we actually have to do. And you say that no,
Madam,
well,
the alternative is what you suggest. What you suggest the alternative is, if we are not focusing on outside work and not distracting, what you will do alternatively? You will focus on you will enjoy the grief or enjoy the fear and soak in
and
it
we'll
completely.
be stagnant,
No, no, no.
and
It is
it won't be of use.
only the problem is over. Only the thought of the problem continues.
Right.
I had seen some patients. Once a patient came to me. She said, my left ear is aching, sir. Is it? Yes, sir. My husband beat me once very hardly on my left ear. Oh, is it? When he beat it, He beat it 8 years back, sir. So she is carrying that, not the beating, but the thought that he beated me. She carries as if, she explains as if it happened yesterday night. Eh? They are keeping it alive, the grief or anger or hatred.
So the PTSDs, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSDs can be treated or dealt with if with Aya's concept,
Madam,
if
everyone has to do it on their own.
on their own.
No one can do it for them. If at all they are beyond limits, sometimes to bring them into a susceptible mind, we have to use some medicines to make it less vulnerable or less turmoil. If they are in deep turmoil, they cannot accept suggestions. They cannot follow their own desires. So to make them amenable, we have to give some medicines to pacify them to certain extent. But the final destination is in their own hands. No guru,
Yes.
no God can help. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, madam. Anybody else?
Any questions or feedback in English are welcome. Any even small questions are related to today topic or general topic also. Okay. Regarding mind or stress, you can ask.
Anybody can ask in Tamil, I will answer in English. You
Yeah, we
can
can
speak
translate
Tamil, I
also.
can speak English.
Yeah.
இன்னைக்கு நேர்ந்துக்கிட்டு வந்துட்டேன் இங்கிலீஷ்ல பேசுறது.
யாராவது
நேத்து
கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்டதுன்னா கேளுங்க, தமிழ்ல கேளுங்க, நம்ம இங்கிலீஷ்ல கூட நம்ம டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணி ஐயா சொல்லுவாரு. கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்கலாம்.
ஹலோ.
எஸ் சார்.
சார் வணக்கம் சார்.
முனிராஜா சொல்லுங்க சார். டாக்டர் முனிராஜா, மதுரை ஹோமியோபத்தா?
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார். நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா சார்?
வெரி குட். I have not met you so far. Okay.
எனக்கு இன்னைக்கு ஒரு பெரிய பாக்கியம் உங்களோட ஸ்பீச் கேட்கறதுக்கு.
I have been appreciating your contribution through that group, approach group. Okay, sir. Welcome. You can ask me, sir.
சார், இப்போ நம்ம இந்த ஞான பாதை, ஞான தேடல் இதெல்லாம் ஐயாவோட வழிமுறைகள்ல இவ்வளவு எளிமையா இருந்த போதும் ஏன் நிறைய மனிதர்கள், நிறைய தேடலுடைய அபியாசிகள் இந்த பாதையை நோக்கி ஈர்க்கப்படலை? அது எனக்கு உண்மையிலே பெரிய ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கு. உங்களுடைய புரிதல் என்னவா இருக்குன்னு எனக்கு நீங்க ஷேர் பண்ணீங்கன்னா சந்தோஷம்.
சார், லிட்ரேச்சர் புக் will be sold much less. Kumudam Anandavidan will be sold in lakhs every week. What to do? That's nature. Good things are sold very rarely and with difficulty. And people are diverted by so many other things. They are enjoying difficulties. They are addicted to their own thoughts, grief or sorrow or fear, and they are not ready to leave it. Even if somebody suggests, they are undergoing all the turmoil, difficulties, pain, suffering, but they are not ready to see up and see the way out. I heard one story when I was doing network marketing. Yeah, guests come to a big palace, like a house, rich man's house. There a dog was screaming. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It was howling. He asked why the dog is howling. No, he is sitting on a nail bed somewhere. Then why he is not moving out? It is not pricking him enough. He says. So people are used to be unhappy. And we can see many people, sir, I have got this disease, sir, what to do, sir? They will be dwelling on explaining their diseases. I have sugar, sir. I don't know what will come. I don't. They will be always talking of bad effects of disease. It is like an addiction. They will follow it. We have to bring many people out of their own addiction. Other addictions are also very difficult. This addiction to thinking, shame, grief, or sorrow or disease is also an addiction. We will try together. You are also a doctor. Every day I talk about IS concepts to patients. And with my medicine, I cure 25%. With IS concept, I cure 75%. Totally 100% happens.
Correct. So,
How long you are? How long you are associated or know the IS concepts, IS books or IS?
for last 10 years, sir. For last 10 years.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, sir. Very good.
So, from your point of
Then
view,
you
now,
can join the teachers group also in Sri Bhagavat Mission and Spiritual School TV. Welcome. Yes,
yes.
sir. Any other question? Something else you want to talk?
From your answer, I understood that people likes very hard path than simple path. They want a very sophisticated path than very simple path.
No. Actually, if you see, if a patient comes with a disease, he says, due to him, I got this disease. Due to him, I got this problem. They are enjoying complaining others and complaining that they are not taking care of me. Like that, they want to dwell in that position for many years. They will be scolding somebody. They will not die. They will not like to die. They will keep complaining about the disease and about others and who are all have done a problem in her life. They will be talking. They don't realize that only their talking is keeping them diseased. What to do? So that happens everywhere. So they enjoy telling their diseases, enjoy telling their difficulties, and they try to get sympathy from others. Many people are like that.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Bye.
It felt like you were talking about me.
No. I have seen
No, I'm
thousands
just
of
joking.
patients before you.
No, I was just joking.
No, it happens everywhere. It is not new to anybody. Nobody is an exception.
Yeah.
Hahnemann tells everybody is sick except him. He will say except him, everybody is sick. Yeah? So
Actually, human beings are escaping by
different degrees.
Yeah.
Since we know Aya's concept, we cannot guarantee that we have come out of our own thinking process, our own ignorance. Have we completely got relieved of those problems? Only if we get relieved of all those problems, even our own ignorance, then only we can call ourselves liberated. Until then, we are enlightened, not liberated. Liberation is a process. From enlightenment, the process for liberation continues. What is liberation? Liberation is from our own emotions and from the bad effects of others' emotions towards us. Only when it is complete, we get completely liberated. Even when others talk ill of us, they are insulting us, they are angry with us, they hate us. If we are able to ignore, allow it to flow out, then only we are completely liberated. Our own mind and their own mind, both are same. They are all delusions. As Rajan Shankaran says, delusion is disease, awareness is cure. This awareness is enlightenment. That's all.
Sir, actually, I have one question which is having the concurrent of.
Sir, you will start with one
Karti's.
question. I know you will start with one question. I don't know how many questions will come, but I am ready. Ask me.
The first question, which actually, ma'am asked, saying that one which is unprocessed emotions will create a disease or some other issues in future time, like actually, after some times. Even psychology says that, if we are not grieving or actually, if we are keeping emotions suppressed way, we will get an, in future, actually, we may get diseases or something like that. There is an, ways there. Right now the conversation goes like, right now, we are keeping an, some grief, or actually, some anger is there. And then, we are saying, we will focus on outside work, and, we are doing all the works, which means literally it's distracting, ourselves, and, focusing outside world. That means, is this correct?
It is an intelligent way of circumventing higher concept.
No, actually, just actually, I want to clarify that.
Yeah, I will tell. Actually, what your interpretation tells is, as if Aya has asked you to remain, leave the emotion, don't feel any emotion, or don't feel any anger or grief, just leave them and focus on outside work. There are two parts. You have certain anger or grief or something. Where it comes from, it is coming from some external action. Somebody died, something lost. I have not succeeded in my business, or I have not succeeded in getting a job. I am jobless for many years. So only an external incident or happening or difficulty creates some anger or grief or sorrow. Okay, that any emotion coming due to that situation is right for the situation. It comes according to your inner nature also. It is an outlet of your inner nature and an outlet of a reaction of what is happening outside. So anything to be corrected remains only outside. Only after correcting that, my anger or grief will be relieved. Okay. If I have fear of exam, I have to write the exam well. For that, I should study well. They are all outside work. Okay.
But in grief, I don't have anything to do. But in grief, I don't have anything to do. Because, I have lost the person.
Have to do then, sir, if somebody is lost, somebody has died, I have lost my better half or son or a father or something, whom I love most, it is lost. What can you do? Will you be worrying for 100 till your death, or will you leave it and do your job?
This is the question, sir. Actually, just I need to leave that.
The burden of, actually, she was the other, Dr. Katyayani was telling, in Western world, they are not showing their emotion. We are showing emotion. Okay, first difference is we are showing the emotion, accept it. And second is, even when we are showing emotions, we are relieved. But Aya says, don't show emotions, don't reveal emotions, and leave it and go and attend, or as you say, divert the grief and go to outside. By that, you are not giving enough room for the emotion to act, enough time to act, isn't it? Okay, you take enough time. Aya never says don't stop it. If at all comes the memory or thought of some emotion come, let it come. Thought will come and go. You should not oppose the thought. You should not restrict the thought. Has he ever said to oppose or restrict or deny the thought? No. Only you should not carry the same thought. You should not convert it into thinking. If you are focusing on the same grief or sorrow or anger or hatred for long, 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,00,000 times you think of some person insulted you, you think of that anger insult for 1,00,000 times. Will he change? Is he going to change?
Nothing. It won't change.
Every time when you think of his insult, you get angry. 100 times you think, the mind will react whether it is really happening or it is happening in imagination. Mind will react in the same way. Okay. So even if you think 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,00,000 times, the insult he created, your anger will be 100 times, 1000 times, 1 lakh times, and it will take energy. You will spend energy and you will become weak. Whatever you have to do is waiting outside. If his anger is right, you have to correct yourself. If his anger is wrong, you have to correct him. How to convince him, how to explain to him that you are right. So anything has to be done outside. But if you are focusing on only on emotion without doing corrective action outside, whether it is really right, it is only enervating. It is heating up your energy. It is not in any way useful for your health. You become sick by thinking it 1 lakh times. He scolded you once. Whether you are becoming a sick person by his scolding once, or you are thinking of it 1 lakh times. Who is the reason for you becoming sick?
It's me.
Normal thought automatically coming, naturally comes and naturally goes. You need not oppose it, suppress it, control it. Let it come and go. But you should not convert it into thinking. Don't focus on it. Just focus on what you have to do outside remedial action. Yes, sir. Dear Raj, sir. Welcome.
Sir, one more question, which actually, just I want to know
I know you
your
will
view.
start with one question and you will continue. Dear Raj is Pabam waiting.
No issues. Actually,
Tell
sir,
me.
let him finish it. So, I will wait for you. No issues, sir.
No. You have started. Papa, he is very. You are very strong. He appears very small in the photo. Yes, tell me.
Sir, actually, just
You are
I want to know, your view about Honapana meditation. Like, actually, sir, because, it's just an, internal, repetition. And in people said, doctors said, actually, they are practicing and they know they fixed patients about that. And, so many people are practicing that one. Just I want to put that question to you because you are also in the medical field. So, is this really true or how it works? Really, I don't understand because it's completely internal one. And, it's
I don't know.
creating an external effect.
I don't know that meditation, what you are talking about. I will try to learn it and explain to you. Later.
Sure, sir. Okay.
What is that?
Thank you.
What is that?
It's a Honapana. It's a Honapana. Honapana meditation, sir. I'll send you on WhatsApp, sir.
Sir, actually, here I want to share about this Ho'oponopono. This is a Ho'oponopono. Actually, if you don't know the intention very clearly, say for example, I am responsible for that. I want to grow. Now you did not tell what do you want to grow. Then you are saying, really, I am very sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. So this is called Ho'oponopono. This you have to say 108 times. Now, in our brain there is a brain cell that will accept in wrong way. Suppose if you have a thyroid, that thyroid that will grow. So this is we got to be very careful. So we should not play with this trick. And this is simply Ho'oponopono without clear intention. If you say, that will bring some false trouble.
Sir, generally, basically, we have to understand that whatever we have learnt from others, intellect or buddhi, knowledge, is powerless before the emotions. Actually, we will store the knowledge, what we have studied, like in medicine or in law or in engineering or some subject, they will be also be stored in the mind. But the emotions are impressions from the real life experiences. They are more powerful. You cannot substitute or remove any emotion or feeling which is recorded from the real life personal experiences by mere teaching. The more intelligent person we have seen killing the wife or husband. The IIT students hanging in the classroom or in the hostel room. So the intelligence does not control the emotions. We cannot control or modify or improve the emotions. That's what we have to understand. And Aya is very clear about it. When it comes out Only then we know that it was stored inside. When it comes out, what you have to do? Do you want to oppose? Do you want to control? Do you want to suppress? All mind should be cleared off, emptied. It is not possible at all. Only what we can do is ignore, neglect. It is only Maya. It is only a record of the past event. Now it is not valid. So whatever comes out, the emotional part, it is called mind. For our convenience, we have named it mind. Whatever comes out, let them go. What if there is, if you learn something from outside, it is only a knowledge. Knowledge will not succeed or overcome any emotion we have stored. Because it will also be added to the knowledge. That's all. It cannot modify or improve or control the mind. But it may suppress for temporarily. Only when situations come, whether that mind has been cured or suppressed, they will know. The suppressed mind will try to come out forcefully when an opportunity comes. Osho used to say, if you suppress no anger, like a pendulum, if you push the button to one side, I should not get angry, like that. The potential and the kinetic energy will be increasing. When chance comes, the pendulum goes to the opposite side, more anger. I should not get desire if you push the pendulum to one side. When chance comes, it comes to the other side, more desire. I should not fear if you suppress the emotions. By knowledge, by learning, by discipline, it will get more fear when chance comes. So these teachings or meditative practices or suppression of mind, emotions will appear to be curing temporarily, because they cannot create real life situations to induce
sir, if you sit quietly, if you sit quietly, that is really helpful. Just sit quietly.
Yeah.
That is really helpful. Yeah, don't say any mantra, tantra, and some
but if you
affirmation.
oppose it, definitely it will become stronger. If you oppose
correct.
it, definitely it will become stronger.
What you said exactly correct. Potential energy,
energy will be
will give you powerful energy. So that will help to grow. The problem will be grow. The problem will not be settled down.
The gunpowder will be hit strongly so that it become more powerful. Like that, our emotions will become more powerful by suppressions, by so many methods.
But sitting quietly, just for in a day, in a day, 5 minutes enough. 5 minutes also enough. Just sit and watch what's happening.
If thoughts come, let it go. That way, the pressure is released.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, almost time is over. I think if there are no other questioners, we can wind up. Manoharan sir, Prakash sir, who is in charge?
Yes, sir. So any questions still? Last question also. Any questions? Last question we can do.
Actually, I want to thank sir for such patience and giving answer with such clarity. So my heartful thanks to sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. You are welcome to join the team. இவ்வளவு 10 வருஷமா இருக்கீங்கன்னு தெரியாது எனக்கு. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you so much.
I think Mr. Segar, we can talk now.
Okay. Yes, sir. Very good evening. Thank you very much for having such a wonderful session. Very fortunate to have, it was a very great combination of teachings of Ayya and Kailasam Ayya's medical experience, homeopathy, and, it was a great input. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Prakash sir?
Yes, sir. We can finish now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, on behalf of Bhagavad Mission and Spiritual School TV, we sincerely thank all the participants for joining us today. We are especially grateful to Dr. Kailasam Pravak for sharing such wonderful wisdom and valuable insights with us. Thank you, everyone. Sir, today's session is very good, sir. Seriously, good initiation also. We can do for regularly.
Yeah. It is a compact package. which I gave. I tried to present in 40-45 minutes.
Okay.
The full
okay,
package.
okay,
Package
okay.
deal. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I request other friends also to share with the known people inside and outside India. This is the complete package of Aya's teachings and the superiority of Aya's teachings over others, and how Aya has inverted the wrong practices and contradictions. Through contradictions, you cannot achieve anything. Aya is basically non-contradicting method. Aya's concepts are non-contradicting. Nature goes easily without contradictions. The river flows where through least resistance. It will not contradict and go and hit somebody. It flows here and there where least resistance is there. So nature flows through least resistance. And the enlightenment can also be achieved through least resistance, least contradiction, and least struggle. So with that, Aya's concepts are very natural. It flows like a natural. Enlightened becomes very natural. It becomes a flow, and everyone can get that flow. Then we are not creating obstacles, struggles, or contradictions. That is the superiority of Aya's concept. And let us take these concepts all over the world. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir. Once again, thank you, Mr. Kailasam, Prabhak sir, and everyone. Thank you. We can close the meeting. Thank you, sir.